Hello, my YouTube subscribers. Let me first of all give you guys the good news. Okay, I hit 300. Okay, thank you for the subscription and every other thing. Okay, so thank you very much. Now, the today's tutorial is going to be on map your mind. Okay, so I did a video on this map your mind, especially the second question. So the second question doesn't have audio. I don't know what happened to my audio. So it didn't have audio. So I was demanded to do a video that explains what was done there with an audio. So that is why I'm doing this video. So now, the map your mind question 2 says that we should calculate the running sum. Now, a user will enter numbers that will be added to sum, and when a negative number is encountered, stop adding numbers and write out the result. So it's just as simple as it says there. So I will be asked, for example, I will be asked to enter number. So if I entered number, the first one, if it is positive, the program will add it to a variable, to a container called sum. If I add the next one, the second one, which is positive, it will enter into a container called sum. But if I eventually entered something like -1, -2, -0, minus whatever, so the program will identify it and say, oh no, I entered something negative, this program should stop. But before the program will stop, it will first of all print out the whole positive numbers that I've entered before I entered the negative number. So let's proceed to it. Now, coming to my graph here, or the flow chart, I said start. This is the start of our program. Okay, now if the program starts, it will prompt the user to enter a number. Now if the user entered a number or enters a number, let's say the number that the user entered is 2. So 2 is going to be here. 2 is going to be, num is going to have the 2. Now it will go down to this diamond shape. Now this diamond shape is a conditional representation of in flowcharts. Okay, so it's going to ask, is this number that the user entered there, is it -0? Anything that is -0 is a negative number. I hope you know that. So if it is true, it will go to the right, okay, and print out the sum. Now this sum is the sum that we add all our positive number. Right now we have a one positive number here, which is 2. Okay, but if we have something like -2 here, okay, if we have something like -2 here, this condition here is going to be true. Okay, because the number is less than 0, so it's going to be true. But we don't want to have a negative number right now. Okay, so this is going to be false because it's a positive number. So 2 is greater than 0, but here it says if 2 is less than 0. Okay, so which is false. So it's going to go down here as I illustrated here. Store num inside sum. So this num is 2, so store it inside sum. So it's going to store this 2 inside sum. Okay, remember sum doesn't have a value when it was initialized there, but when you store this 2 inside sum, definitely this sum will have value. And if this sum has value, definitely this sum will have value, and this sum here has value. Now the program will now run back to the user to ask the user to enter another number. Now if the user enters another number like 6, now this program is going to go down and ask if the number that the user entered, is it less than 0, which is false. 6 is not less than 0, so it's going to go to false. It will add that 6 to the sum. Remember, the sum has already 2 in it, so 6 plus 2 is 8. So this sum will have 8. So when this sum has this 8, the program will continue, go up, and then ask the user to enter another number. Now unfortunately, if the user enters something like minus 1, now it will now carry this minus 1 to this conditional statement. Now if this number is less than 0, so minus 1 is definitely less than 0, so it's going to return true, right? Okay, so if it returns true, yes, minus 1 is less than 0, so it's going to go to your right hand side, print the sum. Remember, the sum has 8 in it, because 2 plus 6 is 8, so 2 is a positive number and 6 is a positive number, so they were added up here to be 8. Do you get? So but here, when it encountered a negative number, it's not going to go to the false, because minus 1 is not greater than 0, so it is less than 0, so our program will go to the next true evaluation, which is this guy here. Now what this guy will do is it is going to print out the sum, which is 8. When it prints out this sum, which is 8, and it will stop the program. Okay, so that is just how this running sum works. Okay, so that is it. Thank you very much, and thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share. Thanks. I love you guys.